What's going on, guys? It is Sneed from Sneed Mobile Tech, and in today's video we're going to take a look at some T-Mobile 5G news. Some news that I feel is pretty important. I think this will give us some good perspective on what we can expect for the extended range, long-term goal for what T-Mobile wants to do with their 5G. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get right into the video. To get things started with today's video, I want to start first by discussing what exactly T-Mobile has been doing. So they just wrapped up some 600 megahertz 5G testing alongside the company Ericsson. They finished this testing last week. They completed a data transmission session over the 600 megahertz frequency waves that they possess using a Qualcomm Snapdragon processor, commercially produced for sure. I'm not really sure about the model. We could speculate there, but I know for a fact that the modem is model X55 from Qualcomm. Some other kind of random specs about the hardware. It is an RF transceiver, RF front end, Ericsson hardware that was used to actually complete this data transfer. And I do believe this kind of wraps up testing, which dates back to January, where T-Mobile worked very closely with Ericsson and Intel, where they successfully made 5G video calls, data transfers, and tri-band connectivity through that hardware. Why exactly is this particular announcement and update important? This is all of the current testing and the final stages and phases of the 5G for all. This is T-Mobile's answer to 5G, extended 5G footprint, and extended coverage of 5G that everybody could utilize, not just the millimeter wave problem that we're seeing in the initial stages and rollouts of 5G deployment in 2019. T-Mobile's real obstacle here in all of this is just their need for a processor. It's Qualcomm. They're really the only company that's in a position to get them going. So let's go, Qualcomm. Let's get these processors out to manufacturers and then into the hands and getting people to use devices that are 5G ready over this type of spectrum, the 600 megahertz. Now, we are expecting half to 2019, but we would like them sooner rather than later. And a lot of speculation has been made about getting commercially available devices that have these types of connectivities. The thing about this particular modem, the Qualcomm Snapdragon modem, the X55, it's specifically designed to take advantage of low-band frequencies. We're talking sub-6 gigahertz, which is probably the most effective way to get long-range 5G in this particular application. But the thing about the X55 is, not only is it sub-6 gigahertz, but it's also millimeter wave compatible. So this future-proofs you, as well as makes it compatible with all types of different spectrum from all types of different carriers. So you think about standalone services, standalone 5G, as well as non-standalone 5G, which I won't get into any great detail. If you guys want me to cover a video on that topic, I can do that. Just let me know in the comment section. This non-standalone and standalone protocol will cover both compatibility with 5G and 4G, as well as HSPA, HSPA+, all the compatibilities across all carriers. Some other rumors and speculation is AT&T will have a Samsung device with this particular modem, the Qualcomm Snapdragon X55 modem. There's rumor, but we can't really confirm, but I think we're probably going to lean against it. Maybe the Samsung Galaxy Note 10 is this device. Maybe the Note 10 Plus, maybe it's different. Or the Note 10 5G, we don't really know. I would lean against it. All of the resources and all the different articles and the leaksters, they're saying no to this particular modem. So that means, it's not going to be compatible with anything other than millimeter wave, if indeed it is a 5G device coming from the Note 10. So, that's kind of bad news there in my eyes. The last thing I'll leave you guys with is just this 5G hype, man, has been crazy. Right now, all carriers are trying to hype up 5G, making theirs look like it's the best thing out since sliced bread. AT&T just dumped $400 million into 5G infrastructure in Denver, Colorado specifically. T-Mobile's live with millimeter wave in a handful of cities: New York, Vegas, Cleveland, Dallas. And this is kind of a movement for them in which they're going to have, better 5G connectivity because of the nature of the physics of the waves. Verizon is probably going to be adding 20 plus more cities to their 5G market list. In terms of speeds, T-Mobile's seeing 200 to 500 megabits per second. No changes to uploads. Verizon is getting like 600 megabits per second all the way up to like 1.5 gigs per second, of course using all millimeter wave spectrum. And Sprint's getting like 20 to 500 megabits per second in their speeds using 2.5 gigahertz. And AT&T, while they may have a great 5G network, we don't really know. There's no available devices commercially in terms of handhelds that could take advantage of it. And of course, there's only enterprise and developer access. So every 5G network seems to have some sort of shortcoming that's keeping it from being considered good. So, kind of sucks. So in the comment section below, let me know what you guys think of this update. T-Mobile with the modems, the testing, up and coming devices for half 2 of 2019. You guys can speculate which phone you guys will think will have it. Maybe you've got some insight on the modem, or maybe you've got some insight on the 5G, the current state of the networks. Go ahead and drop me a line in the comment section. Love to hear the pulse of the people. So you guys let me know your thoughts and opinions down below in the comment section. That pretty much wraps up this video. If you'd like to share this video, by all means, go ahead and do that. Please like the video. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Make sure you're notified so that you get a notification whenever I do upload new videos. You can stay up on that. And I want to give a big shout out to the Discord community, big shout out to the patrons over on the Patreon page. And if you'd like to support production here on the SMT YouTube channel and get a shout out on the next video, there is a PayPal link in the description box below where you guys can make a small or occasional monetary donation to the SMT production. Many thanks for those considerations. So that's it. Thank you guys for tuning in to watch the video. I am the SMT, and I will see you guys on the next video. Peace.